good wife and mother. Chelsea said, "I have a very important meeting first thing this morning with Mrs. Chambers. The last person I want to keep waiting is the head of school." "You should eat something. It'll settle your nerves." "No time." "At least take a dada for the road," he said, holding up another banana. The Ainsleyism brought a smile. "Okay," she said. "I'll have a dada." She went to him and gave him a kiss, and for a brief instant it seemed to cut the stress. That was the great thing about marrying the love of your life. People sometimes said, "I can't live without you without a thought." But when Ryan said those words to Chelsea, he was quite literal. Teammates teased him for being whipped, but deep down, they envied him. Me, said Ainsley. Chelsea gave her a kiss, too. "Ainsley has speech therapy today at 11, she said. "Can you pick her up from daycare and take her?" "Sure," Ryan said. "Batting practice doesn't start until 3. I'll take her to your mother's afterward. And I'll get her from there." "Then you're coming to the game tonight?" There was a long pause. Chelsea's schedule hadn't allowed her to see many of Ryan's games this season. "I have a 2-hour criminal law class tonight," she said. "Honey, it's the last game of the season." "I know, but the semester has barely started, and I'm already getting into trouble for missing too many classes." "Don't they let you make up the classwork for family commitments?" "Just this one time?" "Well, I guess I could call the professor and see what he says." "So you'll come?" "I will really try." Ryan took an envelope from the kitchen counter and handed it to her. "I snagged you really great seats." She hesitated, and Ryan could see that he was adding pressure that she didn't need today. But it truly was the biggest game of the season. Chelsea looked inside the envelope. "There are only 2 tickets," she said. "Yeah. One for you and one for Ainsley." "What about Babes?" Ryan paused. What about Babes? Babes was the nickname for Chelsea's younger brother Daniel. 21 years old and still living with his parents, he suffered from Asperger's syndrome, an autism-related disorder. He loved baseball and rarely missed a Paw Sox game. Most of the players were kind to him, but it was a bad practical joke a few years ago that had brought Ryan and Chelsea together. For laughs, one of Ryan's teammates asked Babes if he wanted a chocolate bar, but it was really X-Lax. Around the 7th inning, poor Babes suddenly dropped his baseball mitt and cap and went running home from the stands, a grown man with a load in his pants. Ryan got a 3-game suspension without pay for breaking the nose of the jackass who'd done it. When Babes' sister came to thank Ryan, the spark started to fly. "I love Babes," said Ryan. "But you know how he can have these meltdowns around crowds sometimes." "He goes to almost every game. He sits through all of your batting practices. And most of the time he's just fine. But tonight is huge. I don't want you heading home in the 2nd inning because Babe suddenly can't handle the clapping, the shouting, or the sound of the guy sitting next to him cracking his peanut shells. Aren't you exaggerating a little bit?" "No. Babes gets these fixations and—" Ryan stopped himself. He could have gone on, but it would have come off as an attack on Chelsea's family, how everyone's life revolved around Babes, how Chelsea's parents barely knew each other anymore because it was all about Babes all the time. "He'll be crushed that you didn't invite him," said Chelsea. "We can't leave him out. He's my brother." "Honey, that's kind of the point. He's your brother, not Ainsley's. I want this to be a special night. For our family." She bristled. Didn't know the Townsend family was such a burden. He went to her, but she pulled away. He stopped. "You know I don't think that," he said. "It's just this one night. I promise I will do something really special for Babes, just him and me." She seemed to be considering it, but the room still felt pretty chilly from where Ryan was standing. Ainsley threw a banana slice that sailed over Ryan's head and landed on the other side of the kitchen. "Whoa! Did you see that? Sign her up. The kid's got an arm." Chelsea couldn't help